We've come to this spot on the outskirts of Inverness to tell you about the monument up on the top of that hill to the Battle of Clachnaharry.
And there's a place in the Scottish Highlands, it's so peaceful, time just melts away. My van is packed and I'm camping at Beauly Holiday. Beauly Holiday Park, Beauly Holiday Park.
The Battle of Clachnaharry isn't very well known about by Invernessians. I myself, who have been into local history for many years, didn't know anything about it until one day I was sat at the traffic lights and I looked up and saw this monument and had to look to see what it was about. So where exactly are we? Clachnaharry is to the west of Inverness. Over there you can see North Keswick. Up until the early 80s there was actually a ferry that used to go across from North Keswick to South Keswick, but that was done away with when the Keswick Bridge was built. And about 8 miles to that direction is Beauly. The Battle of Clachnaharry was apparently in 1454. Now, we don't exactly know for sure because there's no primary source materials to it. The earliest account is from 1630. There are a few varying accounts, but I'll give you what I kind of make out of it. Munro of Fowlis, which is about 20 miles to the north of here, was down in the south of Scotland. And as he was moving up, he was coming through a village called Strathardal, which is about 80 miles south of here. He thereupon had some kind of fallout with the locals, we don't know exactly what, which he took quite unkindly to. So he raced up north, he rounded up about 350 of his men, and he went back down to ransack Strathardal. He killed several men and he laid claim to all the cattle. He started driving them north, but Macintosh of Clan Chattan had heard what was going on and he wanted some of those cattle. Now this wasn't unheard of, it's what's called a road call-up. It's kind of like a road tax. Munro made an offer which he felt was generous, however Macintosh didn't like it. He wanted half the cattle. Munro then thought this is never going to go well, so he took 50 of his best men and got them to push on north with the cattle, while the remaining 300 acted as a rear guard. It all came to a head here in Clachnaharry, where there was a battle, a very bloody battle. Now, depending on what account you read of the battle, Macintosh himself was actually killed. Munro was left for dead on the battlefield, but he was later recovered and taken west to Lord Lovat's house to recover. But he had a severe arm injury or a hand injury and never regained use of his hand. This monument to the Battle of Clachnaharry was erected in 1820. There was originally a 40 to 50 foot stone pillar on top of the monument. However, in a storm in 1951, this was apparently struck by lightning and collapsed. So we hope you enjoyed that video on the Battle of Clachnaharry. If you'd like to see more of our videos on local places of interest around Inverness and Beauly, please give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to our channel.
Beauly Holiday Park, Beauly Holiday Park.